what we did this time, which was new for us, we really coordinated all of our efforts all together. So we did like a sneak peek Instagram story, which we promoted via email. And then we did the launch happened. And then after that, we did, let's see. We had a little Instagram story to just like keep engagement up, keep people like amped up about it. And now we're doing a giveaway. So I had to coordinate with our photographer, Max, to get some specific assets for those different stages of this whole headphone stand launch.
Okay. So with that, like with the headphone stand launch in mind, do you have a content plan that you kind of follow, or is it just kind of as things come up, then you develop a plan?
Well, to be honest, it's up until this point, it's sort of been like fly by the seat of our pants. We sort of like make stuff up as we go along, but we really wanted to be super intentional for this launch. So this one was actually pretty well thought out, and we've seen a pretty great return on our efforts, which has been really fun.
That was actually perfect, because that was my next question, was whether you saw those returns or not. So I'm assuming then that this is something that you're probably going to implement for majority of your product launches going forward.
Oh, totally. Yeah, we have another product launch coming up next month, and it's going to be an even more like concerted together effort to try and promote this product. Our Instagram account isn't even a business account. It's just a personal one, because we've actually gone back and forth a bunch of times over, oh, do we switch? Do we keep it the same? But we're paranoid about the algorithm getting to us and for our posts to be lost. So we've just kept a personal account this whole time, and we don't run any ads on Instagram.
That's really interesting. So when you say like scared of the algorithm, then have you kind of noticed that like business accounts will get less of a reach within the Instagram algorithm?
Yeah, that's the word on the street.
No,
Oh
I've definitely heard that before. And I was going to ask why you didn't have the business account and also have the ability to purchase directly off of your Instagram, but I guess that would be why.
Well,
But
so it's also we view Instagram as more of a discovery platform. In terms of conversions, it's super low. So even if we did have the ability, a business account, and had the ability for people to purchase directly from Instagram, we don't think that it would really work out that well for us, because conversions are super, super low for all social media platforms.
That's really interesting to hear, because I feel like companies, like sometimes they don't necessarily have a strategy behind their social media. So they go, social media is important, let's post on it. But it's cool to know that you use social media with a specific intention as a discovery platform, and not just kind of like a one size fits all strategy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's been a bunch of trial and error. Like, let's do this new thing, see if it works. If it does, great, we'll keep doing that. If not, then, well, we'll change our strategy. It's actually funny, because there's a very clear difference between the types of photos that I post. So if we do anything related to behind the scenes or about the team, or look at John using the chop saw to cut some of this walnut material, that stuff doesn't actually do very well. There's not high engagement. What does really well are our desk setup photos. But we have, despite the discrepancy in engagement, we still want to post and tell our whole story. So that includes talking about the other product lines that we have. That includes talking about the building that we just bought. It includes talking about all of the amazing people that work here. So it's really, we try to stay pretty authentic and true to our brand in the whole posting. What am I trying to say? In the feet in our quilt.
Mm-hmm. And then so like, well, why is that? Why do you guys want to continue pushing the story of the company? Like, why is that important to you?
It's part of the brand. It's the reason that we're all here. Like, we wouldn't be who we are without the people that work here.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. I was just curious, because that's kind of like the note I was looking on, is because I feel like they might not like the photos as much more, but they're going to connect better on a deeper level with the human than just with the desk, right? So I agree with the strategy that you guys are using.
Actually, right now, so what we're working on is a customer discovery project. So we're trying to figure out how we can reach new customers, and we're doing that by talking to our current customers and trying to figure out, like, create a profile of who is the core Grovemade customer. So we just wrapped up doing some interviews with customers. So I was helping out, like, find the people that wanted to talk to us. Actually, not us. They were talking to Ken, our CEO, directly. So I did the sort of logistics and scouting people, and then we had to like transcribe all of the, or not transcribe. Yeah, we had to like transcribe their phone call to like put everything into a database and figure out, okay, like who are these people? Where do they come from? Where do they work? What do they want from us? Just to help us with future marketing efforts.
So like with the marketing efforts themselves, is it primarily online and digital, or do some like offline and traditional stuff as well?
I guess it is primarily online, but we are doing some, actually we're going to be doing some in-person. I don't know if you've seen on our website, we do have older like customer journey or customer discovery journal entries, where Ken actually went out and he interviewed the customers first. And then he went to their homes and interviewed them and took photos and just spent the day with them to learn about who our customers are. So it is like, it's in person, it's super intimate. And we got some really cool content from doing that. That was, I think, 2016. That was before I started, but that's what this customer discovery project is currently. We're like revamping that and trying to do that again. So we're going to be going to a couple customers' houses probably sometime this summer to do like an in-person interview.
That's really interesting. And like one, you're just going to learn so much about where you can find these new customers, but also by doing this, I'm assuming the current customers that you're talking to are just going to develop an even stronger connection to the brand. So they're probably going to even promote you guys further now because they feel so much more attached and intertwined with the company.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, it's so fun to work at a company this size because we have the ability to do this. You know, if we were any bigger, I don't think that any CEO would have the time to go and talk one-on-one with their customers to learn, you know, who our fans are.